There is no bad angles with this thing. Good lord.
Spicy.
It's very spicy.
One thing I am a little concerned about is we haven't got the hemp gauge working. She's overheating. Well, as you can see,
g'day guys.
the Hilux is not in the shed.
Yeah, it smells like sand, I think.
So, welcome to the build episode where we actually get this thing running. What have you done on this episode?
Oh, I can't even remember. It's that much of a blur, this car. It has just absolutely knocked me out.
We fixed the automatic, obviously. Well, one would say it's working, not fixed. But
It got us here.
and lockers, a whole bunch of stuff. But stick around to the end of this episode. We're going to give you guys a few juicy shots of this thing on the beach doing what it does best, breaking necks.
I said 2.4 foot to the floor and you'll get yourself around the beach.
Yeah, mate. Anyway, let's get stuck into it, mate.
Okay, guys, we've got the cruiser in the background. We're down at ProCheck. The boys have lent us the shed for the afternoon. Dave's on his way down. We're going to build some exhaust for this Luxy. Biggest pain in my ass car I've ever had to build, but it's alright. We're going to get there and it's going to be a great thing. Just got to stay positive during these builds sometimes. Pecky's coming down to help me push it in and we'll get stuck into some exhaust.
I want you to move like this.
That's also, thanks Pecky.
You're welcome. We're going back to work.
Yeah, he's going back to work. He's going to print the shirts you guys are going to buy if anyone noticed this new one here. Ooh. We're down here with Dave. Dave's here. Hey Dave.
Howdy.
The mics are actually working this time. Going to start creating an exhaust basically for TJ.
Can't wait.
Oh yeah, and there's no gearbox. The gearbox is out, so we're just going to have to pretend there's one there and figure it out from there.
Yeah, so just run it straight across where it goes.
Yeah, just straight across there. Which is
I want you to move like this. I want you to move like
to cut a bit off that over the looks of it.
yeah, just like that. Perfect. Yeah, just like that.
I'm back! Down bags!
I cut it out before that.
Pretty cool. This is the first exhaust I've ever built. Well, I'm not really building it, Dave is, but first one I've been, I don't know, get to watch the process and help out where I can. And we don't have a gearbox or transfer case in to see what we've got to go around, so we've basically hugged the chassis as tight as we can. Got an idea from some pictures, so I think we'll be right. Dodge the handbrake, up around the transfer case, through and up to the dump pipe. And what do you reckon?
Hopefully it works, hopefully no rattles, and yeah, hopefully it sounds pretty good.
We thought we had a muffler, but we don't, so we're going to add a muffler later. Welded another flange near the back so we can just unbolt it and bolt a muffler on later. Be nice and easy. We're now going to pull it all back out, unbolt it all, and fully weld it in on the bend. It's all just tacked in at the moment, so build it, get your shape, get your cuts, get everything good, tack it all together, pull it all out, weld it up.
Just feel the camera walking around behind me.
Alright, so Dave's been teaching me a few things. So that is absolutely beautiful. So that's called pulse fusing.
There's a weird name for it.
Anyway, it's fusing. So basically not as structural as adding filler wire and more heat, but it gives you that beautiful thing. So for like an exhaust tip, it's perfect.
Pretty much.
And so I've just been doing this and Dave's did pretty well.
Absolutely mint, mate. Good to go.
Yeah, look, I don't think I'll quit my day job, but I'm definitely getting better. It's just practice, guys. Practice makes perfect. Oh, and having a professional teacher also helps. And set up the machine on the right hands.
Pickle paste. Pickling paste. Does that really tickle your pickle or? I dare you to put someone in your
Dippy pickle in it. So I dare you to put someone.
I should probably mention Dave's more moved into construction now. But he's agreed to come and help us out with the Luxy. He still does cruiser exhaust because he's got the full jig for that. So anyone looking for cruiser stainless exhaust, especially on the Sunshine Coast, he's your man. That's the exhaust done. Big ticket item ticked off. So TJ really wants his mud flaps on. We had these plates laser cut from Laser Man Dan at Metalmorphic. Basically, someone's already welded some box section with some threaded bolts through it. This is just gonna slot on. Gotta weld some box section off the side of it. I'm useless with terminology. I apologize. I think they're called like plexi mud flaps. They're superior mud flaps. They're wicked, they're flexible, they feel nice. They're kind of like a rubbery plastic. But they'll be on the website, I'm sure. Easily removable. I'm gonna make a set for myself as well, just for on-road use. When I'm off-road, I like to see all that tire and not run these over either is another issue. So. Nice. Right, I'm gonna tap out here. Basically, that's just gonna bolt there. Again, we'll just gearbox is coming back to Savo. The boys have been smashing that out over the weekend for us. Converter should be here Monday too, fully rebuilt. Fingers and crossed toes, everything. We're going to Morton on Tuesday. While the car's on the hoist, I may as well finish off this E-locker wiring. So, literally ran it there, up along the chassis, up there.
Alrighty, as you might have guessed so far, the second gearbox that we put in was also a complete failure. And now I've got two bad gearboxes. I took them down to these legends in South Brisbane. It's Mitch and Nick. They have the ability to fully rebuild these things and get them absolutely bulletproof. So that's what I've decided to go with. Theoretically, this box should be able to handle a lot more power than the LN actually has. So absolutely stoked. I found these two and yeah. I've gone down again to pick this thing up and take it down to ProCheck. All right, everyone, this is Mitch and Nick, the wizards, which you might have seen already. This is the masterpiece. Is that your music out there, mate?
Yeah, mate. Getting in the vibe.
I don't even have to lift it into my own ute this time. Long story short, I've taken it to ProCheck. The boys have put it in record time, but we still only have first gear. Drilled out everything mechanical. It's basically a wiring issue, potentially ECU. It's about 11 PM at night. We're meant to be on a barge at 6 AM. It's starting to get real tight. Anyway, we're trying to just override it so it's a manual box to go to Morton in. So I can
Basically the
manually change first through to fourth for now.
Long story short, the boys built a killer box. It's the wiring of this car that is just absolutely gremlins. Like look, there's just plugs that are just flapping in the breeze that aren't plugged into anything. There's a lot going on, so we're just gonna go back to manualized, so just manual shift through the gears, and that is what it is until we can work out the rest of it. A king chrome pen?
It is a king chrome pen.
Oh, how convenient.
And James is here drinking beers trying to stay up late because he's going to Switzerland tomorrow.
Sweden! He's gone to Sweden! Would you like to touch?
I'm here to work on the big black bucket of bolts.
Black bucket of bolts.
Yeah, that's what
Baby.
I'm here. What I said are they? What are they?
Neg 38.
Oh, pussy shit.
Oh, Mr. 50 or whatever.
Mister, I got neg 50.
How much bigger is
Yeah, it's massive.
Testing time, we have it driving. We're on Morton, we've got about 3 hours sleep between us, but that doesn't matter. Check this thing out. How bloody cool does it look on the sand? Can't describe how much fun it is for the first time to actually have this thing driving.
Nothing better to do when I'm stuck on you. I'm here trying to figure it out. Getting hard to sleep blood is in my dreams. Love is killing me, trying to figure it out.
Whoa, get up, guys! Oh, what are we doing on Morton? Again?
Testing this thing.
Ah, yeah. And how's it going so far?
Very noisy.
Very noisy. What's the max speed you've hit?
212.
Oh, I thought you meant RPM. Yeah.
Yeah, RPM,
yeah.
definitely. I will admit, there is no bad angles of this thing. It looks tasty. It's very spicy.
But it's already bent.
We need to cut the bar.
Welcome to Morton Island, guys. We made it. The Luxie is overseas. What do you guys reckon? Obviously, we've rushed to get this ready. Definitely not fully finished yet. We're over here shooting some pictures for KMC and Wheel Pro. So I'm with Mac, and we've got Brendan in a new Wild Track Ranger. When the vehicle's flat, it's all sweet, but as soon as you articulate, the wheel just bangs straight into that chrome bumper. So I knew I had to do this, we just haven't done it yet. We're just going to have to trim that bar a bit. So if you had a bull bar, it would just clear, wouldn't hit anything, but it's got a bumper on, so.
Oh! What's wrong with over here?
Alrighty, we just come up to North Point, epic spot for photos, and we're just going to have some lunch. But now we've got to head all the way to the other end of the island. Staying in a house tonight. Brendan's got us a nice house, so no camping this time, but I'm not complaining. Let's be honest, the Hilux is not really set up for camping anyway. How good does this thing look out in the wild? Alrighty, location number 3, beach shots with long trailing beach. So I think Marky's nailed it here. This is the spot. Anyway, the boys are setting up here. I might go beside my house. And that's the background.
Bad luck. You need some sunscreen, kids? I've got it.
I know time is a valuable thing. Watch it fly by as the pendulum swings. Watch it count down to the end of the day. The clock takes life away. So unreal. Didn't look out below. Watch the time go right out the window. Trying to hold on to didn't even know I wasted it all just to watch you go. I kept everything inside, and even though I tried, it all fell apart.
Oh, tell you what, I'm glad I've got a 4-wheel drive.
Yeah.
It's
Plenty of nice places you can take you. Look where we are at the moment.
yeah, like you can just drive down the beach.
Look, even this. Hang on. That smells like tyres have been here. It's just lovely. Look, you can see Brisbane in the background. There's towers over there. We got something floating in the water there. I'd say it's a crab pot or something.
Actually, can I just ask you, Mac, what do you think of this new Ranger?
Oh, mate. I'd love to have one. Look at that. Wild Track Premium Pack V6 forged KMC messes.
Can we just get a pull in on this offset here? This is actually a 0 offset, and yet it's close to a neg 44 dish.
That is the crazy part about the messes, because they're a forged rim, they're a lot stronger, and they have a smaller backing plate.
So it's pretty impressive that a 0 can have that much dish. Alrighty, this is about the point where the trip takes a turn for the worse with the old Hilux. Doesn't all go to plan. Alrighty, we're done at this spot. We just had some lunch. That's really nice, but we're going to head off back through the inland tracks. It's high tide, so I think we're going to go back down and through the middle road. And we're heading to the Rectisabi. Check that out. Tell you what, we're killing it. Heaps of photos. Shooting around a few different locations with Brendan and Mark, the photographer, and we are just getting photos of the cars in different spots basically. I'll take you on the vlog, cruise around Morton, bit of behind the scenes, how everything works. Yeah, good bar. Alrighty, we just crossed over to the east coast. A little bit windy, a little bit rainy, but I don't know. It looks kind of moody for their photos, so it's not a bad thing. Just gonna cruise south. I think we're gonna get some more photos here. Punk bar for lunch. Have a few beers. Yeah. Pretty cool. Let's get stuck into it. on the beach. One thing I am a little concerned about is because we haven't got the temp gauge working. I can't really tell if it's getting hot or not. It occasionally does feel like it's struggling, but I don't know if it's just the sand getting softer or the motor getting weaker. Definitely an old truck, like, yeah, it's got a lot of K's, so fingers crossed we're going to be all good. But so far so good, guys. Pretty fun to drive. Mark, the photographer, we just get some shots of it. He was driving straight away. He's like, I want one. Max did the same. Alrighty, a little update. It's overheating. It's because the sand's so soft. So it's going to let it cool down a bit. Max coming back down. What do you reckon?
Well, I reckon you probably let it cool down, eh?
No kidding. Yeah, remember that part how we took the intercooler off?
Remember how we went, let's just kick it at high tide, we'll get back.
Oh well. Let's see what's wrong, eh?
We'll have a look.
So just for everyone watching, this is the next day. Just let it cool down completely, obviously. So there's a few theories, hey mate?
There's a few theories. My main one is that it's lifted the head and done a head gasket.
That looks alright.
That's empty, but...
Empty.
Yeah, that's empty.
Well,
and the other thing I wanted to check was the oil. It's very black already, which is a bit strange, but that's probably just from the heat.
not watery. So that means there's no water's got in the engine, hopefully.
Yeah, so that means no water's in the engine, which means good chance it's not a head gasket.
So Shane was saying maybe thermostat or water pump.
Thermostat could be stuck shut, water pump could have shit the bed.
It's just strange because it all happened when we hit the soft sand. Like it all points to that motor just exploded, overheating really. Like,
If the thermostat did decide to stick shut, it means no water's run through your engine. I don't know. It's a weird one. All right. I need a rag. An old clunker engine, eh?
well, what if we put water in now and drove it and it was fine? What would you do? Still to get it towed, do you reckon, to ProCheck and get it?
Well, you'd have to drive it for a while to warm it up, but yeah.
But then that might not be worth doing, eh? If it's something wrong. I'm not the mechanic, guys. I'm asking TJ's mechanic.
Depends if you want to be safe, because if you do drive down the highway and then it decides to shit the bed again, you're stuck on the side of the road. If you've already got a tow truck booked, then you know it's going to get to the mechanic safely.
Yeah. So we've organised a tow truck. It's going to grab it from, because it can drive on a barge fine, so we might get towed from the port of Brizzy back to ProCheck, and then hopefully they can diagnose what is actually wrong.
Anyway, it's a sad time for the old Luxie, but we will rebuild. Should we put a 1KD engine in it?
He's just going to change the motor instead.
Or a 1UZFE, so petrol V8 or the N70.
Just after we put all this work and effort into making this motor better.
Better.
We just fill it all the way back up, yeah?
You wouldn't leave it empty.
No.
Wouldn't have done that.
It's a fair bit of water.
There's a fair bit going in.
To about a litre already.
Geez, should have time-lapsed this. It's going to take forever.
So yesterday when we were driving, it was just basically firing out this overflow. Actually, is that?
No.
What's bloody new? My gear's letting me down. The mic has gone flat at the crucial point when we just figured out what is actually wrong. The radiator, it's split, it's blown, it's leaking everywhere. So this is clearly why I've lost all my fluid, and obviously I'm going to overheat if I've got no fluid left. Unfortunately, there's no quick fix for this while we're over on the island. So the plan is to drive it onto the barge, get it back to the port of Brisbane, and then towed to Caloundra. We can hopefully find a radiator and get this thing fixed up. We're gonna have to also check that there hasn't been any other damage done by the heat. Righty guys, another episode.
Oh, well, how'd she go, mate?
Not about a few dramas, but...
Got a little warm, did it? You can't kill a Toyota, though. Come on. We broke its cherry anyway.
Yeah.
It's first time on the beach with the new turbo, new everything set up. How'd you like it?
Yeah, it went really well till it overheated there. It's very fun to drive. It's obviously got a lot of issues to iron out, unfortunately, but that's what you get when you get an old full drive.
Yeah, well, old full drives, yes, they aren't always the most reliable vehicles out there.
Let us know in the comments what you reckon of the old Hilux, if you think it went all right or not. Yeah, obviously plenty more to come with this build. We're going to be doing bar work.
This ugly Snorkel's
as well.
going.
New airbox has still got to go in.
Oh yes, new airbox.
Plenty more to go. So
Possibly a new head gasket.
probably a whole new motor.
Yeah, maybe a whole engine swap. Either way, we've pushed this far through the build. We've gotten over all the hurdles so far, so we're gonna keep pushing. We're not gonna give up. We're gonna go our hardest, and we're gonna win.
You can tell it's made us a little bit crazy, but
TJ's headphones just spiked hard when you're editing this. Thanks for watching. Love you guys.
Oh,
you're the best.
Oh, is that a big black ute?
Oh, is that a big black ute? There's 2 big black utes now.
Days pass by and my eyes stay dry, and I think that I'm okay till I find myself in
I actually cannot believe we've hit 100,000 subscribers, guys. Thank you so much. We're both very grateful for the support. I'm going to leave you now a few juicy beach shots. Stick around, more to come. See you next week. Thank you again, guys.
These days I'm becoming everything that I hate. Wishing you were around, but now it's too late. My mind is a place that I can't escape your ghost. Sometimes I wish that I could wish it all away. Go away, but everything, it reminds me of you, and it comes in waves. Way you laugh and your shoulders shook, time you took.